Hello everybody, welcome to Art by Arnab. Hello, welcome to Art by Arnab. In this episode, we will be learning how to do a landscape. But before doing the landscape through pencil sketch, we must learn what pencil sketching is. So you can consider this part of the video as an introduction to pencil sketch. I won't be doing a lot of information or I won't be teaching you a lot of things in this video. So what we will be doing, we will be starting with a very simple and step-by-step approach. So let's first learn what we require to do pencil sketch. The first three major things that we must learn before starting pencil sketch is the study of light and surface. So here I'm just making a circle. So right now it's a simple circle, but as I add some kind of shading, it starts looking that as if it is having some volume. Now we are not quite definite about what kind of surface is it. It may be a marble, it may be a glass, or it may be some kind of metal. So what is that? Those defines this kind of properties. That is the shininess. So if we add a very sharp specular, like in this case, and start adding more and more shades, see how it starts that it is how it started looking like having various kinds of shades, and it is a very shiny type of material. And gradually, as we keep on adding layers after layers of shading, we can understand or we can start feeling that okay, it is some kind of very shiny material or which is having a very sharp specular. So the number one thing that we must learn or keep a habit of learning is surface plus light. The next thing, what should we know next? The next thing will be the pressure of your pencil. Yes. So if I start by drawing a line like this, you can see or probably may not see due to the video that it's a very faint line. Next we add some more pressure and it becomes prominent. As we keep on adding more and more pressure, things become more and more prominent. And as we keep on reducing that, the things slowly vanishes. Now if we do it fast, look how it behaves. So you can see a transition of shades from very light to dark and again back to very light. So number two thing that we should learn is pencil pressure. And what is the third thing? Of course, the third thing is your tool, like the different grades of pencil. Now for this demo, I was using a Faber-Castell Black Matte 3B pencil. Now I have a set of it. This is a Faber-Castell drawing pencil set which has different shades or different lead darkness. It starts from 2B, goes to 3B, 4B, 5B and 6B and finishes with 8B. Let's see what kind of variation they creates. Okay, now I'm ready with my pencils. I'm specially using this Black Matte pencil set because these pencils or the lead of this pencil do not have much reflection. So when I draw with it, it won't catch much of the reflection in the camera. So you can either try this Faber-Castell Black Matte or you can also use the Camlin's drawing pencil set, which is also from the similar quality, but it may reflect. So if you are not drawing under camera, you can easily use this. If you are okay with reflection, if you are not okay with reflection, then I would suggest to use this kind of Black Matte Faber-Castell. So let's see what kind of pressure variation and what kind of lead variation will create or affect our papers like. So I'm drawing, this is a 2B pencil, or I'm drawing with a 2B pencil, though it starts with HB and different other variations also, but for now we are limiting it and starting it from 2B. So this is one depth that we get from 2B pencil. Now I am trying with the next one, that is a 3B. As you can see, it is becoming a little bit darker. Though I am trying to keep my hand pressure almost similar, but it looks visually a bit more darker. So this is 3B. Next I am using 4B. You may ask that why I have kept the lead of these pencils so long. There is a reason behind it. First of all, I don't need to sharpen it over and over. And second of all, when I am sketching, I'm sketching from one corner so that my hand doesn't smudge the leads. So if I keep like this and hold the pencil like this, I can do strokes from a long distance and I don't need to put my hand on the lead and draw, because that will spoil the whole artwork. So right now I'm holding the pencil like this and kind of very smoothly, steadily and gently I'm putting some kind of pressure which is giving this kind of variation in lead. So this is 4B. Next I'm moving to 5B. So you can see with the same amount of pressure, the tones are becoming more and more dark. So that is why I told that using the lead is also so important. So this is 5B. Next I'm using 6B. I'm trying to keep my hand pressure as much as possible, same for all the variations of shades I'm doing. But you can see like how the shades are varying from pencil lead to pencil lead. So this is 6B. And finally, we go to 8B, which is the darkest of all. And readily you can see it is so dark. So this is 8B. So you have seen, by applying the same amount of pressure but with the varying amount of leads, we have got so many shades. So basically these are the three factors that we will be considering while learning the sketching. So number one, that is surface study and light. What kind of surface it is, whether it is shiny or it is very coarse, what kind of moisture it is holding, whether it is wet, whether it is dry. All these factors come into the surface study and the amount of light it reflects back. So that's about surface and light. Next, number two, we have pencil pressure. So by pencil pressure, see I am holding right at this moment a 8B. So with the 8B also I am creating a very lighter tone, see, which is almost similar to 3B. And if I increase the pressure a bit, now see the grade of tonality has completely changed. So that is because of varying pressure. So these are two different amount of pressure that I have used. And number three, of course, the lead values, the kind of lead values that you will be using, that is 2B, 3B, 4B and 5B, 6B and 8B, and it goes on and on. Next, to add even more to this, we use different kind of smudging techniques. Now for the smudging, we will be using in our forthcoming drawing or the landscape basically two tools. Number one, I'll be using a stump. So it looks something like this. It's basically a paper stump which is made from pulp of paper. I'm holding a number 3 stump. And apart from that, we will be using a monotombo eraser. A quick tip is that we can even use the earbuds also to do a good kind of shading. So I'll just quickly give a demo for that. So if we draw a simple sphere like this, if I just draw the darkest part of the sphere, I give another layer for doing the even more darker tones. Now, since this is a very dark lid, we can easily smudge this value. So see what I'm doing. I'm just smudging the lid with a simple earbud. So that gives a very smooth and soothing effect on the drawing. I'm keeping the highlight area intact, and as I move on, similarly I am reducing the pressure of the pencil, or here in this case the bud. So see, that is done. And of course I am also using the Tombow Mono eraser, which is an eraser with a very sharp lead or nib. So I can easily erase this part. The another thing I am also using is this kind of makeup brushes. So you can also do even further smudging with this kind of thing. So in-depth tutorial regarding all these things will be coming very shortly in my channel. So please subscribe and share my videos to motivate me to create more videos like this. Another thing that I also mentioned was the study of light. So of course, as I keep on drawing, I used to tell that light is coming from which direction. So say for example, in this case, the light is coming from this direction. So this is our light source. So of course, when light is coming from this direction, it will create a shadow over here. So I'm also drawing a shadow. And we also know that when the shadow falls, it gradually smoothens out. So I'm just smoothing it out. I'm just adding another layer of darkness over here. A little bit of more smudging. And also do remember that in our world, we have something called reflection or global illumination. Like when light falls on any surface, say for example the ground in this case, it bounces back. So the bottom part of this sphere will also catch some kind of light. So to do that, I will erase some part of it. And finally, for the final touch, I will cover up the areas that I don't want the light to fall in. So I'm just adding another shade. So see, by these little tips and tricks or adding little variation of pencil pressure, lead variation and idea of light, we have created so many things. So in our next lesson, we will be practically using this knowledge to create a landscape from the very beginning to the end, step by step, and we will be following all these principles that I have told you in this video. So click on the I button for going to the next video. Thank you all for this lesson and for this class. Thank you all for this class. We'll be meeting in the next video. Until then, bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed this video. Keep drawing, keep practicing, and keep doing the awesome artworks. Thank you and bye-bye.